I don't know if the film Die Hard would be considered a Christmas movie, but it's set during the time of Christmas, so I'm going to treat it as such, despite the fact it came out in the summer of 1988. Because for a while, nobody wanted to watch Christmas action films during the Christmas holidays. They'd rather watch it during the summer. Nowadays, nobody really cares. The film that made Bruce Willis a star. Before this, he was known as that guy from Moonlighting. But Die Hard changed all that. It did. He became a bona fide film star after this. Although before Die Hard, he's acted before Die Hard. He acted in such films as Sunset with James Garner and Blind Date with Kim Basinger. I'm sure they were amusing, but I don't know if they really gathered much box office grounds. But Die Hard changed all that. This role that made Bruce Willis famous, a role he reprised 6 more times. I'll go down the list. Die Hard 2, Die Harder, Die Hard with a Vengeance, a good Live Free or Die Hard, and A Good Day to Die Hard. And what do I say about the 6th time? A commercial. I know it's a Die Hard battery commercial, but he's still playing John McClane in that commercial. It kind of becomes a Die Hard reunion. A film that influenced so many other action films throughout the years. The premise alone, like films like Under Siege, Passenger 57, The Rock, Olympus Has Fallen, and Violent Night, to name a few. Now, what's the film about? The film is about a New York cop named John McClane, and he's played by Bruce Willis. He goes to Detroit to visit his wife, Holly, played by Bonnie Bedelia, who's working at this high-rise Nakatori building. And it's clear it doesn't openly say that they're having marital problems, but it says it without actually saying it. So he goes to visit his wife, hoping to make amends, but when he does get to talk to her, an argument ensues. And before he could actually make up with her, a gang of ruthless mercenaries led by Hans Gruber, played by Alan Rickman, seizes the building, and he surprisingly gets away from them. So how is this all going to play out? Well, I'm sure y'all know the answer to that, but in case y'all haven't seen this movie, I want you to see how this all plays out. I really do. Die Hard was a good film. In those days, there was no CGI effects. Everything in this film is practical. And I like John McTiernan's direction. I mean, he's proven time and again he knew how to direct action. And Bruce Willis's performance as John McClane. Oh, I like the way he's not sophisticated and always confident of everything. I mean, he's good at being a cop, but it shows he could be quite vulnerable in certain situations. Like one moment, like why didn't he stop this bad thing from happening? Because it wouldn't have made a difference because he'd be dead too. I like the way he just kind of puts that together perfectly. I like moments where it shows he could be emotionally vulnerable, and he is not a typical invincible hero. No, he gets injured, he gets cut up, shot at, everything. He gets the worst. And he seems to know how to prevail because the situations he gets himself in are not always by skill. Sometimes it comes across like it's dumb luck. And the other actors were good too. Alan Rickman as Hans Gruber. This film did this right, where it knew how to make the villain as interesting as the hero. And Hans Gruber and Alan Rickman as Hans Gruber plays it with such a devilish charm. But he knows when to change dials, when it's time to act menacing. Even when it seems where he's being subtle, you just have that sensing something bad's going to happen. Too much subtleness can be creepy. But all the other actors were good too. Alexander Gutnoff is also good as one of his henchmen who wants to kill McClane badly after McClane kills his brother. William Atherton was good as a news reporter who will doesn't care who he hurts, he just wants a story. Reginald V. Johnson as a cop that McClane confides in. I like their talking on the walkie-talkie back and forth. They just relate to each other so well, and I think it was because of this role it got him the role in the hit sitcom Family Matters, which he plays an almost similar character. Paul Gleason was good as a chief lieutenant who thinks he knows what he's doing, but he really doesn't. He's just a dimwit in this whole situation. Oh, and let's not forget the late great Clarence Gilliard as Theo, the computer expert from the Mercenaries. He's got some of the good lines in some scenes, and he later became known as Trevette in Walker, Texas Ranger. Sadly, he passed away in 2022. Sorry. He later reprised this role in that Die Hard commercial with Bruce Willis. Die Hard is a good film you can enjoy time and time again. I give it a 10 out of 10.